Hi, this is Andy Jefferson with Husqvarna North America. I'm out at Adams Raceway in Riverside, California to do a little supermoto riding today. And we have a brand new supermoto bike this year, brand new frame. Basically it's based off of our FC 450. This bike is called the FS 450. The basic difference between the two bikes, let's say the FC 450, our motocross bike, and this is the suspension's a little lower, probably a little softer, and then it has Supermoto wheels and a big 330 millimeter front brake on it. So the bike comes like this, it's ready to race, just like you see it, and hopefully we're gonna have some fun today. The motor is exactly the same motor as our FC 450, so it's a real race motor. Along with everything else on the bike, the frame is the same. Everything from the front forks back basically is the same bike. It has a slipper clutch, which is a big deal, you know, especially in supermoto for brake chatter going into corners. And with that, also, you know, the front end is a little different. Our clamps are wider on this. They're the same 48 millimeter basic air fork, but the clamps are wider by about 6 or 7 millimeters. We have a 16 millimeter offset, so the front end is a little more pushed back, makes the wheelbase a bit shorter. Other than that, like I said, it's basically our motocross bike from the front all the way to the back. If you'd like to see more about this bike, go to husqvarna-motorcycles.com and check out our website.
I've never honestly been interested in supermoto before in my life, even when it was super popular. But I'm like, hey, you can teach an old dog new tricks, so I'll try it out. So I came out, and guess what? You can't. Because I was horrified out there. These tires, man, they're capable of a lot more than the amount of trust I put in them. And did that make sense? I don't know. I'm still shaking because I was kind of scared. My old coworker, Scott Hoffman, who did a Supermoto magazine, he says, compared to the bikes they used to build in 2012, 13, this thing is badass right out of the crate. So I'll go with that. This thing is badass right out of the crate. So IMS makes these cool overflow catch chambers in and out. It goes inside the head tube of the bike, and all of our bikes today are equipped with them, which is pretty cool.
What up, it's Talon LaFontaine. We're out here at Adams Raceway riding this FS 450 from Husqvarna. One of the first things I noticed getting on the track was the front brake. How strong, like how gnarly strong it was first off, but it was super controlled. Like you can grab it pretty hard and it's just gonna stick. And that was impressive. Something you really have to trust when you're riding out here on the pavement. Something I'm not used to at all. Another thing I had to adjust was I kept standing, and that's definitely not what you're supposed to do out here. And then the main thing is just trusting the bike. It's just so different. Leaning over on the concrete, something I don't like to do. So getting used to that. I don't really know a ton about it, so I can't say whether talk much about like the suspension and stuff like that, but I was surprised after a few laps how much you can lean and how much you can get on the throttle coming out of some of the turns too, because it just hooks up and takes off. Like you can just crack it and it hooks up. So the traction was something that I was impressed with. Yeah, so this thing was sweet, had a lot of fun. When I came here this morning, obviously I'm wearing moto gear and it's vented. I did not want to crash. That was like my main goal, get through the day safe. No, but it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot and looking forward to do it again. Like I said, the main thing is just trust, learning to trust this thing. So hopefully in a couple more times I can do that.